What's up, everyone? This is the Mo Nasrol. That's right, and that's how I roll with the beanie. I got the Foie, aka the Jew Bagel. Well, Foie and Jew Bagel are two different people, but they both rock out the beanie. And since we got the Jew Bagel, you can call me the Muslim Curry Pup. That's right. It's sort of like a Malaysian bagel with like curry and potatoes inside it. It's like a bagel. But yeah, so in this video, what I'm showing you right now is my Dragon B10 speedrun team. Well, technically they're my normal team, but you can call them a speedrun team. Now, here's a little disclaimer for everybody watching this video. This is not a farmable team, nor is it an F2B team, and definitely not a starter team. Again, I would like to emphasize on that one. It is not, I repeat, not a starter team. Not a starter team. Not a starter team. What this team is, it is a YOLO team. For those not familiar with the term, it is essentially a no-healer, balls to the wind, just go in and rock 'em and sock 'em type of team. And also what it is, it's an almost 100% reliable, an odd average. It does about 1 minute to 1 minute 10 seconds team most of the time. And basically I'm just showing you the team that I've created with the monsters I had available in my monsters box. And if you have similar monsters like me, you can build this team. And obviously, if you have a Galleon, it's gonna be way faster than this, because for me, I still haven't gotten my Galleon. No matter how many times I do a summoning, I still haven't gotten a Galleon. I mean, come to us, come on, give me a Galleon, please, please. But essentially at the end of the day, that's part of the game. I mean, because one of the reasons why I did YouTube videos was I started to notice that every time a popular YouTuber would come up with a certain team or use a certain monster for a specific run or for something very specific, and they're like, oh, you do this and this is what I do, everybody's using that team, everybody's using that monsters, when in fact it all comes down to your creativity. How do you want to play it? So this is how I played with the monsters I have left available in my monsters, the monsters I have available in my monsters box. And one of the reasons why I did not use a Yaku, you might say, hey, you can replace the Tear with a Yaku. I could easily build a Yaku right now, but the thing is, I don't want to, because I thought about it before discovering this team. I thought about it, and I really wanted to do a Verda, Yaku, Tark, Kali, and Stella. But thinking about it, Yaku is probably only good in DB10 as well as Hall of Light B10. Now, aside from that, he has no other uses to my other teams or my whole thought process and strategy that I want to apply to my gameplay. So I decided to opt them up. And how this team came about was, again, like I said, I was trying to go for Verda, Yaku, Tark, and Kali. And in the experimentation, while I was experimenting, I came across this very specific team. And initially, of course, in the team building process, I did face a lot of challenges in terms of getting the teams to be reliable. They did fail quite a number of times, but I tweaked the speed, the turn order. And again, this team is not for you if you're starting out DB10, because you need to be able to do R4 and R5s. And, a lot of the runes that are used are grinded, and if you're starting out, I'll link a link in the description to Childish's video on DB10s, and he's very informative. I mean, I love the guy. Childish, he goes really in depth into this one, like a lecturer. It feels like you have all these stats and everything like that. For me, I didn't do really well in classrooms. I did better in exams, so my attention span is rather short. I would always fall asleep halfway through his videos or around the 2-minute, 3-minute mark. But if you got a good attention span, that link in the description to Childish's video, spot on. But a little bit about the thought process about what my team is about. So when I saw this team, I knew that I wanted Kali to move first. So Kali will go in, be the buffer of speed, buff the attack power. At the same time, Stella comes in as a defense breaker. It would reduce the dragon's attack bar as well as add a branding effect. Now, Theo is a secondary defense breaker. So Stella will be my first, Theo will be my second. Also, Theo serves as a very powerful nuke. Tear at the same time comes in as my AoE damage dealer, slows the towers down as well as deals more damage with Squall. And Verda comes in to increase everyone's attack bar, again, especially when it's depleted and stuff like that. And of course, the process repeats itself over and over again. And in terms of the success rate, I say it's almost 100%. One of the reasons why is, sometimes I would have 10 to 15 refills, and I would have runs which is like 100%, no loss, no nothing, and then suddenly just a stroke of bad luck, I would have 3 failed runs. You know, I mean, I don't know why. You know, I mean, it's a lot of things about this game is all about randomness and stuff like that. So it's unpredictable. So you can't say that every team is 100%. It's close to 100%, but not exactly 100%. You know, so most of the time, this team will be reliable, will be successful in their runs. And also bear in mind, later on, as I've said, I'm going to be showing a little bit about the runes that I use. Now, the runes that I use are not the best in the market, you know, per se, you know, because I'm not an end game player. I'm a mid game player with the ever good intention of becoming more and more competitive. So the runes that I have are what was available to me, you know, and specifically, for example, I know for a fact that in this team, Stella, Kali, Verda, they got a lot of the leftover runes, you know, as opposed to Theo and Teor, they got the better runes, you know, and then I powered them up to a point where, you know, they did exactly as I wanted. And even with this setbacks, you know, I mean, not having the best runes and stuff for that, I still had a very good functioning YOLO Dragon B10 speed run team that I would like to also call my normal team, you know? So that's the thought process behind what you can do. And also at the same time, you know, I mean, in this game, it's about farm, bitch, farm. You know, that should be your motto. Farm, bitch, farm. You know, because at the end of the day, you want those great runes. You want those runes that just make your monsters better. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about your creativity, how you use the stats, how you use the runes to your advantage. With the stats, more like how they correlate with specific monsters' abilities and stuff like that. And if you look at the game footage, what I'm getting into is that earlier on in my second video, I did give some advice about how to farm, especially if you are, you know, trying to farm just one monster at a time. You know, you use your friend's monster to aid you in the runs, and what happens is that you will get the experience at the end of the day. You know, I mean, your monster plus your friend's monster would basically just wipe out most of the enemies. And you get the bonus up, you know, and that's essentially how you farm effectively and efficiently. Also, at the same time, if you have an XP booster, that is even better. You use that XP booster, you double up your experiences, and then your monster will be big and strong in no time. So all these things you put together should be part of your thought process, you know. What does your monster do? What do you want them to do? How do you want to play the game? To make it your own. Because if you keep following YouTubers and stuff like that, at the end of the day, it'll be the YouTubers' monster team. You want to make your own. This is Summoner's War, and I'm Mo Nazrul, and I'm checking out.